Right, so here we are. So of course I said go to back to the club, but what would happen when I say let's leave the school with Monika? Yeah, I hate to say it, Monika, but you're right. I don't think they can be reasoned with right now. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page now, Mark. Yeah, me too. Well, let's get our stuff and I guess we can go to your place for once. That sounds... Oh, of course, I know what her place is gonna be. Awesome. Monika and I start walking towards the stairwell. Hey, Mark. Yeah? I think things are finally starting to look up for us. Yeah, me too. As we're walking to get to the stairwell, the door suddenly slams shut. That's new. Time to open the door. Is this a joke? Are we seriously stuck up here? Actually, Mark, we don't need our stuff. What? Besides, this isn't the way to my place either. What are you talking about? Why do you still do this? What the fuck? This is what you want and you still treat me like that? And this is the same. Okay, so yeah, in the end it all just leads back to this again, where I can enter the code to kill them all and then be with Monika, or walk away and everything breaks, or explore other options and then I will say Natsuki, and then in the end it all just leads to the same. Okay, I thought it would be a bit different, but there's no difference at all. Yeah, and here I can choose. Okay, so yeah, that's it for Doki Doki Encore, because well, then again, I could technically do another playthrough where I go on Natsuki's route, but then spend time with Yuri, or do one playthrough where I spend time with everyone. First spend one day with Monika, one day with Sayori, one day with who else? Maybe I could do that really quickly, actually. Let's go to the main menu for a second. I've pretty much seen everything, so you know I can just skip through it really quickly. So okay, so let's not accept Sayori's love confession. I spent time with Yuri. Skip. And here we spend time with Sayori. Or we go to school with Sayori. And then there we go. And then we spend time with Sayori first. Okay, oh, it's a bit different. Right up to the first chapter. Oh, it's a bit different though if you do this. But I'm not gonna make videos about every single possible route, because I can make ridiculous many, I do like the effort that they put into all of this, but you know I can make millions of videos that way. I'm not doing that. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Is this what false hope really feels like? Oh my god, okay. Well, not anymore, but no, Sayori, come on. Spending more time around you, maybe we've been distant. But Jimmy and Yuri liked each other. How can you just act normal after you said this, if this is what false hope feels like, and then run away crying? Like, what the hell? How can you just act normal like this now? You did so good by staying away from Sayori. You need to keep doing that. Spending time around her won't help us. But when I said for you to stay away from Sayori, it didn't mean to go spend the time with Yuri. That doesn't help us, especially if you're trying to fix things with Sayori. As for Yuri, allow me to clarify something for you. Okay, and this is, yeah. I didn't come over here for that. So you can raise an eyebrow at me. Then why are you over here then? If you're here to apologize for yesterday, don't. I don't really care who you're with. That's okay, I didn't come for any of that. I just wanted to see how you were doing. I think you already know the answer to that. Natsuki looks over her shoulder into the closet. I briefly look past her to see books and other items littered all over the closet floor. Is this how she organizes? I take it you're looking for something. Well, duh! Looking for my special edition of Parfait Girls. Parfait Girls? Yes, genius, it's the manga I like to read. I see. I've never heard of any manga collection called that before. Which either means it's really bad or I'm out of its target audience. I'll be happy to look for it. That is if you need a helping hand. Natsuki takes a moment to think my offer over. Alright. You can go make yourself useful and start looking through that or something, okay. So it's the same as the other one, but then she's a bit more distant, of course. That's why you should have come to me sooner. I have the best manga collection in the entire school. Well, it certainly beats mine. What kinds of manga do you read? Oh, anything to do with action and adventure. Ugh, that's so typical. When this is over, I've got to show you some different kinds of manga. Well, I guess I could give it a try. There you go, that's the spirit. Get ready to dive headfirst into my world of manga, Mark. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that she just said that. It was me talking to a telemarketer. I answered the phone. Hello? Oh, it's Natsuki. Okay, so Natsuki calls me now. Okay. Yeah, what's up? Why do you sound so surprised? Well, I don't remember giving you my number. So you already told me what it was. Figured she would do that. Despite my thoughts and emotions distracting me every few minutes, I was able to eventually complete all my homework. What the hell? Pack all my things and lay on my bed, getting ready to finally fall. What? What the fuck? It just cuts from I answer the phone to Natsuki to despite my thoughts and emotions distracting. Like, that's me choosing not to spend time with her. But I don't even get any conversation. She just calls me up, says hi, and then it's nighttime and I finish doing my homework. What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean? I didn't even get a choice. What do you mean she said no. She sounded like she really wanted me to come. No, she didn't, because she said she only says hi. So you already told me what it was. That's all she said. I know, no choice or whatever. What the fuck? Okay, this is really weird. Feeling divided between Sayori and Yuri lately. Even now more so since I spent yesterday with Natsuki. There's so many different reasonings. And either way, I'm kicking up some sort of storm regardless of how I answer this. But Yuri deserves an answer. Do I love her back? Yeah, what the fuck? I spent, you know... Oh, whatever. I've already said that many times over. I'm not repeating it. Alright, let's say I've always rejected them so far. Let's say I love you too now. I love you too. You really mean that? Of course I do. To be honest, I've had my eye on you for a while now too. I just really didn't know if I should have acted on it. I know we can't go back in time to spend more time together, but we can start spending more time with each other regularly from this point on. And I intend to be the best I possibly can for you. I promise I'll treat you right. You deserve the best. Yuri begins to blush as she gives me the biggest smile I've ever seen from her. She then lets out a big sigh of relief, exhaling all the pressure and stress I've inadvertently caused her over the last 2 weeks. Yuri looks back at me, looking far more relaxed. Well, I'm glad that's now over with. I still can't believe this is actually happening. Yeah, me neither. This is what it feels like to making things official, huh? You've made this the best moment of my life. We need to tell everyone the good news. Okay, and that is how the argument starts. Okay, I get it. Yuri waits! Yuri happily runs back into the club room before I get a chance to finish. Slump back against the walls. The full weight of what I've just done comes crushing down on me. I wasn't ready for this. I didn't think it would be this sudden. I went to sort things out with Sayori first. I made sure that the others were completely okay. I should have just stuck to seeing one person. Everyone's going to be pissed off at me once they figure out how I've been getting close to all of them. I practically ruined my friendship with everyone. What's wrong with me? Yeah, what do you mean? Like, you know, just because... What? Like, how the hell is this game presenting it like you can't spend time with multiple people? Like, the game's presenting you can only spend time with one, and that will always become romantic. Like, you know, you can always, you know, like, but, you know, in the end, they say, oh, so Yuri wants to still be your friend and whatever, and, you know, you still see Natsuki in the club and Yuri in the club and whatever. But, you know, like, what? Why the hell does the game, like, here, like, oh, you made a huge mess of it. You spent time with all of your friends. How terrible of you. Like, what? He's screaming from inside the club room. Oh no, Buddy wants to simply walk away and never come back. I know I fucked up. Yeah, okay, well, let's... Sayori and Yuri are in a full-blown argument as Monika and it's... Oh, it's with Sayori, okay. Well, Sayori, if you two aren't dating, then there really should be no problem here. I just would have appreciated it if you came up to me before you did this. Sayori, it's my personal life. I know that you need or want your input. So it's really going to be like that, huh? I thought you were my friend. Everyone's eyes glance over to my direction as I noticed by the group. Mark, what is this? You're just getting with her? Whoa, okay. Why are you just suddenly taking off all your clothes? Well, you changed clothes, I mean. You're not taking... Well, you took out off your uniform, but... What the hell? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, I think that has to be an incorrect sprite that they're using there, because that made no sense. Do you mind explaining to me your relationship with Sayori? What are you trying to pull with us? I can hardly muster up a response as everyone angrily eyes me down. I've royally screwed up. Mark, I've stepped aside for us, but I don't want to hear it. Monika walks over to me and takes me by the wrist. Natsuki, make sure they don't kill each other while we're gone. Okay. Monika then practically drags me out the hallway. Monika shuts the door as here's Sayori and Yuri's argument kick back up. The only thing we're able to make out is muffled yelling and screaming. What happened? I accepted her confession. Why? I thought you said you were unsure about how you felt about her. She gave me this really emotional speech about how she's always liked me and how much she means to me. And well, I guess in the moment I felt the same way. What do you mean? In the moment? Why are you already downplaying this so much? And then she would go off and tell everybody. An awkward silence. It goes back and forth between me and the ground. What's he even supposed to say to someone like me? I've basically played with everyone's hearts in this. Yeah, just by hanging out with people doesn't automatically mean I'm playing with their fucking hearts. What the fuck? I mean, we're all friends in this club, so why wouldn't I spend time with multiple people? But I don't understand why the game's like, yeah, you fucking idiot. You spend time with all of your friends, you fucking loser. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, of course, that they had feelings for me, so therefore they insinuated a bit more than actually was going on at that point. But, like, just spending time with them doesn't automatically mean I'm romantically getting involved with them. So now it's like what the hell? Well, Mark, if you want to be with Yuri, then that's your choice. I don't know what I was thinking, okay? I screwed up. I shouldn't have... Oh, what the fuck? Why are you downplaying this so much? What the fuck? Where did that come from? What the fuck? Where on earth? Where on earth did that come from? What? What? What the hell? Where did that come from? I spent some time with her once. I wasn't allowed to go to the bookstore with her, and I just told her to just talk things over. What in the actual fuck? Where did that come from? I accepted Yuri's love confession. Why is that downplayed so fucking heavily? I've been spending quite a bit of time. That's complete bullshit. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't like her. What the fuck? I accepted Yuri's love confession. What the fuck? It would make so much more sense to say Sayori or something. Why Natsuki out of the blue? What the fuck? Just because I let her come over to talk things out? What? I accepted Yuri's love confession. What the fuck? I mean, I know it was immediately fucking downplayed, even though I had no choice in the matter, but what the fuck? Oh my fuck, what the hell? This doesn't make any sense. What do you mean sorry for... What the fuck? I'm sorry for hitting you. You never hit me. You hit Monika. You hit me when I reject your love confession. That's when you hit me. But I didn't reject your love confession. I accepted it, so you didn't hit me. What the... I feel like this is the completely wrong part that should be following up here. What the fuck? Yuri should be calling me because I accepted her love confession and not Natsuki. This doesn't make any sense. Why the hell am I suddenly in love with Natsuki out of the blue? But I'll just leave her alone. Because I don't want to comfort her because that's gonna put things in even worse shape. Hi, Monika. Hi. This won't take long. Oh, okay. So if you don't leave them, if you leave them alone, then Monika does this. Okay. Because I never left anyone. I always stayed with Sayori and Yuri and Natsuki when I was on their routes. So when you leave, then you don't get that part where Monika kills them, and then you just go back to this already straight away. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I can skip everything properly. Alright. Oh, what the fuck? Hang on. Am I going to be... What's the command gonna... Oh shit, I should save. Oh, there we go. Okay, that is the correct one. Okay, hang on. I'm curious now. What if I say Natsuki there? Is she gonna say no? Oh, Natsuki is also correct. And what if I say Sayori? Oh, okay. Yeah, if I say... And doesn't matter which name I choose. Okay. And maybe that's always the case, actually. Mop. Monika. Okay, what do you think you're doing? Okay, so yeah, Monika doesn't work. Maybe it always works. Maybe it doesn't matter which route you're on. Maybe all their names always work. Step in. Skip. But why the fuck? That being in love with Natsuki part just came out of fucking nowhere. Yeah, okay, yeah. Don't know why I can't skip that. I've already read that before. Yeah, I can choose anyone now. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. Yuri, because I fucking accepted love confession. And then, yeah, this, she has said, Monika said this before. So again, don't know why I can't skip it, but... long shots. Base game. Not meant to be. Awesome friends. You and Yuri will be a good couple. He's not yet feelings for her. You know me too well. So hope we can be friends, of course. Excuse me. Okay, so this is still the same. It's just I can choose everyone at that point. What the fuck about... What? I can't say I'm too surprised. And then a few seconds ago you were confessing love to me. And then, like, and I said that I wanted to be in a relationship with you. Out of nowhere. So, you know, like, what the fuck? What do you mean I can't say I'm too surprised. What do you mean? That doesn't make sense. This entire... Okay, so when you choose multiple people, the entire game just kind of like falls apart. I mean, it would have all been completely fine if it wasn't Natsuki that called me up, but Yuri that called me up. To smooth things over. Then that would make sense. Because, you know, then it would say, I want to be in a relationship with you. I accepted a love confession. I genuinely meant that and blah, blah, blah. So, I don't understand why it is Natsuki that came over here to... That called me to smooth things out. Like, I don't understand. Maybe it only counts the person that you spent that final day with. Or something. I don't know. It's just very weird. I'm a little surprised. I can't say I was really expecting you to pick me, even though I was hoping you would. Really, why wouldn't I choose? I love you and I want to be in a relationship with you. May I inquire as to why? You're passionate, sweet, a little reserved and timid, but I like it that way. I've had nothing but rich and wonderful experience when I'm with you. You're an awesome person and I'd love to continue to be part of your life. Well, I knew you liked me, but it's just, we've had quite an adventure together. Yeah, it's really been something. I must confess, for the longest time I wasn't sure if I was able to... It was wise to open up to you. But if you always listened, showed that you cared. Always stayed in the background, but I couldn't escape your notice. I am incredibly thankful that you're giving me a chance. It's my pleasure, Yuri. So, what are you thinking about? Oh, yeah, doing about Yuri? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is all the same in the end, okay. But what the fuck, that Natsuki part came out of absolutely nowhere. I mean, I just spent one day with her, then she called me up. I wasn't even allowed to choose not to go to the bookstore. I mean, it's a good thing that I never did that in the first place, because then that would be so weird if you see that for the first time, because you don't get a choice, and then the character suddenly says, oh, I wish I went to Natsuki... to the bookstore, but that's like, what do you mean, what bookstore? I didn't see shit, because, you know, if you play that for the first time, you don't get to see anything about that. And then this will be the same. Yeah, join. Okay, so I'm not gonna click again, because then I go back to the ending. But okay, so yeah, if you choose multiple people, it gets a bit weird, but then in the end, you get to choose between all 4 of the girls. Okay. Yeah, well, there wasn't really that much special in here in that case. But yeah, I guess technically there are like so many, there are a lot of different endings that way, because, you know, you can spend time with Yuri and then hang out with Natsuki and go for Natsuki in the end, or spend time with Sayori and then eventually do accept Sayori's love confession in the end, or accept Sayori's love confession and be a total asshole and then break up the relationship and go with someone else, or, you know, so there's loads of ways you can do this, which is pretty cool, I guess. Which is pretty cool, period. Yeah, and that is it for Doki Doki Encore, because I'm not going to make a separate video for every possible fucking option, because that would be, a lot of it would be still be the same as I kind of just now figured out, and, you know, there wouldn't be too much, you know, it wouldn't be that different. I also noticed that I was digging around in the mods files for a bit, because of course I need to take the assets for the screenshots, for the thumbnails, I mean. But there's a lot of Easter egg stuff, but I never saw anything of that. If I don't forget, I will edit some in right now. But yeah, there were lots of Easter eggs that I never saw, so I don't know how you unlock them. No idea. Maybe you do actually have to do all endings, but yeah, I'm not sticking around for that. So yeah, there were some hidden things here and there. Like I said, if I don't forget, you'll have seen some because I've edited them in. But yeah, that's it for Doki Doki Encore. Yeah, I did like it in the end. Blue Skies is still the best so far, because of course College Club was of course just jokes, so of course I couldn't really take it seriously, but it was funny. But yeah, Doki Doki Encore, it was good. Like I said earlier in other ending videos, that whole part with the scripts running out of time, the game breaking, it felt very disconnected, because of course at the very beginning, the entire time you spent time on the story with Sayori, Yuri, or Natsuki, and you know, this game, there's no visual evidence to back it up that the game is about to break. So that entire storyline just comes out of nowhere. So I feel like the game should have sprinkled that in a little bit, like I said on Monika's route as well. Some of that glitchy, weird shit that Monika did on Monika's route. I really wish she did that a bit more in when I was on the other people's routes. Like more of those black text suddenly coming in with saying random things or whatever. Just more of a creep factor. Because that would put more emphasis on the fact that Monika is really trying very hard, and of course the fact that the game is breaking all the time, that would also help. Yeah, And of course, that would also solidify the fact that that plot line is going on, that the game is about to fall apart, and then Monika is trying to warn me not to spend time with them because, it's getting worse and worse, and then actually visually establish that it gets worse and worse, so that it wouldn't come completely out of the blue when Monika suddenly confesses, like, hey, the script and all that weird stuff, because that felt very disconnected to me. So yeah, I was mostly invested in the regular story, which of course was fake, but, I feel like they should have done something about that. Also, this part that I just now went through, where you choose multiple people, where that's very weird, and the game is a bit weird about it, and then you can't make choices, and suddenly you're in love with Natsuki all of a sudden. Very weird, but okay. The story with Sayori was good. The story with Yuri was good. The story with Natsuki was good. I really liked the story with Monika, although it could have been a bit better in my opinion. I did really like the story with Monika, where she's really genuinely happy and surprised that I deliberately chose her. But I really feel like they should have done something with that. They should have done something where Monika in the end doesn't... Because in the end you always go through the same process of Monika just, explaining that this is all a game, and then you have the option to enter the command to kill everybody, or to walk away, or to enter something in the console to do whatever, So, that is always the same, but I would have felt like it would have been better if it was different on Monika's ride, because even on Monika's ride, it even ends up that way in the end anyway. But I feel like there should have been something more with Monika, because I felt like they hinted at that while I was on Monika's route, where she slowly starts to realize that she doesn't need to hurt people, and that's when I'm actually happy with her, choosing for her deliberately. We both like talking about the others as our friends, and then Monika slowly starts to realize, like, hang on, I don't want to actually kill them. They are my friends, because she had that revelation in the main game as well, in the original Doki Doki Literature Club, where after she deleted them, where she's very sad that I deleted her, she is like, oh, hang on a minute, like, they were my friends too, like, stuff like that. So then she brings them back, but of course then it goes wrong when Sayori becomes the president, but she tries to do the good thing there. So I really feel like they should have put something like that in here too, where as you go on Monika's route, and Monika gets really surprised and happy that you spend time with her, that she eventually starts to realize, like, hang on, like, I don't actually want to kill them. They're my friends. I like them too, even though I know they're not real or whatever. And even though in the end, when Monika tells them all that they're not real, they take it quite well, and they also respond like they're normal people stuck in the game. So in the end, that doesn't really hold up what Monika says, that they're not real, because they apparently can react to it. If they actually weren't real, then they would have just said what the script told them to say, which would be completely out of character, Then fucking Natsuki would be standing in the void saying, hey, Mark, let's read manga together or whatever, as if nothing was wrong because they were part of the game. But they actually responded to it and listened to it, and, so they're pretty much as sentient as Monika. So, like, Monika deleting them doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I really feel like they should have put some more stuff in there like that. That's, like the good, maybe there is, and I just haven't found it. But like the best ending is like when Monika realizes that forcing her way onto you is not the answer, and then and then she realizes that she... Like when you're on somebody else's route, Monika starts realizing that forcing her way onto you is wrong or whatever. Like, she will still be disappointed that you didn't choose her, but she'll just lay to rest and wait for you to choose again or something. Where maybe you could break the fourth wall a bit, tease a little bit, like, oh, maybe you'll play the game again, and then on the second route, maybe you'll choose me, or you could tease a little bit like that. So I really feel like they should have done that when I was on Yuri's, Sayori's, or Natsuki's route. But on Monika's route, I really feel like they should have done something where Monika starts to realize, like, hey, they're my friends too, even though, they're computer programs. I do like them, and I would break MC's hearts when I start to destroy them, Like, where she gets caught in a dilemma a little bit. And then you can still have the revelation part where Monika just, pulls me into the void and starts talking to me face to face, like, yeah, I know this is all a game, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, hey, I'm conflicted. You're choosing to be with me, which is great, but I always thought that the only reason we could be together is if the others were gone. But I'm starting to have doubts. Like, try to help me, and then you could make a choice from Monika to say keep the others alive or kill them, or kill them anyway, or whatever. And then kill them anyway would be a bad ending, and then keep them alive would be a good ending. And then Monika would realize that like her manipulative ways were bad, and then she starts to make amends with them all and. Through that way, that would have been better. And also, if you don't want to change that, I really feel like they should have changed at least the fact that Monika feels remorse after her powers are taken away. Because I get that when I'm on Yuri's or Sayori's route, because of course Monika's ridiculously angry that I didn't choose her. So then only when I take her powers away and she is powerless, only then that she starts to realize like, yeah, I messed everything up, I don't belong in this world and all that type of stuff. That makes sense, but I don't really like the fact that she only thinks that after you take a powers away, when you are on Monika's route, because you've already established by choosing her all the time that, I care for her. So why would she still go completely crazy and feel that remorse only after I take her powers away, Like, doesn't really make a lot of sense. It would have been a lot more powerful if Monika felt remorse on her own accord without me taking her powers away, where she takes her powers away herself or where she deliberately chooses not to use her powers anymore. Something like that. That would be like a lot more powerful. Where she realizes it herself, or like I said earlier, maybe she's caught in a dilemma and then she comes face to face with me, with the player, with me. Like, she ignores MC in the game. She directly talks to me, where she's like, hey, I like you're deliberately choosing me. I'm happy, but I'm just so confused because I thought the only reason you want me is after I kill everybody. But, like, I don't know anymore. And then you are prompted with a choice. Or something. That would be even more powerful when Monika starts to doubt herself before you take away her powers from her. So yeah, it's a bit of criticism here and there and there were also a bunch of things that didn't make a lot of sense. Some words that didn't some sentences that didn't flow correctly, some words that were misplaced, some words missing. Of course, that entire section just now with Natsuki suddenly being in love with me out of nowhere, even though I was friendly with Sayori and accepted Yuri's love confession, and then the next thing I know, suddenly my character says that he has feelings for Natsuki, which is just crazy, because that just came out of nowhere. So, yeah, it's a bit of criticism here and there, but yeah, generally I did like it, but there were some things that I would have liked to see differently, but that's just me, that's just my opinion. Anyway, in the end I did like it, and that's what matters. So, that is Doki Doki Encore. Yeah, and then we're off next to another one. I don't know, I can't remember which one. They're in alphabetical order, so we'll see which one I've got lined up. So yeah, that's it for Encore. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, like I said, I could technically continue to do the other routes where I, mix and mash between the others, but I don't think it will result in that much of a different ending in the end. Yeah, like I said, there were some secrets that I never seen any, so don't know about that. But yeah, that's it's for Encore for now. If you want to explore the game yourself, you should be able to download it from the Doki Doki mod fan page. There is or the subreddit, because I believe they're all listed on the subreddit as well. I believe the official website got taken down not too long ago, so. But there is still a wiki. There's like a wiki with a whole bunch of popular mods, and there's a link in the wiki of every mod to a link how you can download them. So you can download Encore if you want to explore the other endings for yourself and maybe try to find where all those secrets come into play. But yeah, my favorite part of Encore was Monika's routes. I did really like that. The crazy stuff, how genuinely happy she was, they should have acted on that a little bit better, but okay. How genuinely happy she was that I chose her deliberately. That face that she pulled a couple times, where she was really being forward because she was in her elements, because I chose her. And then eventually also just finding solid remorse and feeling sad for the bad things she did and stuff. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Click the like button beneath the video, subscribe to join the Roman army, and I'll see you in the next one. See you then, Romans. Valete.